Hello and welcome to the Death Battle Cast. What is going on, Liam?
Oh, I was reading a copy of True West, written by classic American playwright Sam Shepard, who passed away a couple of years ago, very tragically. But just an excellent play about family and brotherhood and the American West and some other stuff. I saw a production of it on Broadway a couple of years ago with Paul Dano and Ethan Hawke, and it was just fantastic. Dano's one of my favorite actors, although I'm going to say I think Ethan Hawke was actually much stronger in that, relatively speaking, which was surprising to me. There was also a Broadway production
Liam,
of it.
You win an award. Okay, I'm just going to say, you win an award for derailing the show faster than it's ever been done before. Like, immediate.
There was also a production with John C. Reilly and Philip Seymour Hoffman that was there years before I moved to New York. I'm fucking mad because they would switch off every night, and it's like, oh, I would have fucking paid money.
That actually sounds kind of amazing.
It sounds insane. It's like two brothers that are just tearing each other apart, and it's just, imagine them like, oh god. Anyways, how are y'all doing?
Well, ready to do the show.
Oh right,
are we live? Yeah, we're live, I think, right now, Liam. Live on
Death Battle Cast.
It's 3:04. A couple minutes ago.
I was just in front of my computer. I didn't even know.
Liam. Guess what, guys? We're live on two different platforms now, which is crazy.
Whoa.
What?
People are watching us both on roosterteeth.com and on a little known website that you may have heard of it, youtube.com.
YouTube.
It's something that has been really kicking off lately, and so we decided, this YouTube thing, it's all right. So let's go ahead and stream on it for our YouTube members. People have been joining the Death Battle membership that we just announced literally a couple days ago. I'm seeing some of them jump into the YouTube chat right now, which is amazing. So hello, everybody.
Jack of all trades, Meatloaf Man, the Damn Beaver, Insect Pillar.
It was just Jack of all trades at first, and we were like,
Robuscus.
man, Jack of all trades is going to have a fucking hell of a day if it's just him.
And the nickel.
It's gonna you will have the run of the asylum, my man, if it's just you.
Vampires joining as well. Yeah, so obviously this is kind of new for us, figuring out this membership thing and having this membership-only live stream, as well as the Rooster Teeth one, which we are still looking at. So we will kind of get into some of the questions that I've seen people have about the Death Battle membership, YouTube membership, a little bit on later on in the show, because there's obviously a lot going on right now, because we not only have the YouTube membership, brand new to the YouTube channel, but season 9 is coming. Death Battle season 9 is starting very soon. We just recently announced the first episode is going to be Harley Quinn versus Jinx. And the battle is fucking amazing. This is the first Death Battle directed by Billy B. Burson III. You may know him as the director and voice of DBX's Ringmaster. He did a phenomenal job with DBX last year, and so we were like, hey man, you want to do Death Battle 2? And, originally we weren't intending for his episode to be the very first one, right? Because, you don't want to put that pressure on him. But then, things worked out, and he was like, yeah, let's do this one. And he's done a phenomenal job with it. So I'm very excited to share that episode with you guys.
When you said Death Battle 2, I know you meant TOO, but my brain for a second went, what if we did like a time skip? Like between seasons of Death Battle, and we did Death Battle 2, like Gaiden or something. That would be that would be crazy, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome.
What, like Boomstick and Wiz are like 20 years older now?
Yeah, exactly. There's like a big, like, there was some sort of, they have some big conflict at the end of a season, and then it's like 20 years later, and it's like, they have to get back together, they have to get the team back together, and it's like this very dramatic thing. I think that would be very
stop
cool.
spoiling the end of Death Battle season 10.
Fuck! Yes. Fuck! Coming soon, Death Battle 2.
Only on Tooster Teeth.
Yes, with the third platform. All right. We also have Nick here. Nick, it's been a little while since we've had you on Death Battle Cast. What is up with you, man?
Oh my god, I don't know. I think there's I was gonna say a pretty big life thing that my wife and I are doing pretty soon here, but I don't think I should say it publicly just yet. I've been told not to do that. But good things. It's all good things. Good things are coming in.
And now speculation is going wild.
Wow.
Yep.
Hey, Nick, could you say?
Take the
could you
nest.
Could you at least say you're not about to have a child?
There's no baby.
Okay, I was
There's no
like,
baby.
There's
no baby.
because that's exactly
I'm
what
not
a bunch
pregnant,
of
neither is
people were gonna
Christine.
think.
Nobody's
My wife and I
pregnant
have
here.
a big life-changing event happening, but I can't say anything.
As
Are
soon
one
as
of
I
your-
said
is one of your
that, I
birds
realized that's what it was
pregnant?
going to sound like. But you know what? Here we are. Anyway,
But
You
yes.
even got me for a moment. I know what it is, and I was like, "Oh my god, is Nick about to announce that he's going to become a father?" Then you're like, "I'm not supposed to talk
Whoa.
about this." I'm like, "Oh, never mind."
Oh my god, I've seen people fall into come into the YouTube chat, including our own Billy, who we were just talking about, which is awesome.
speak
it's
of the
amazing
Billy,
seeing
and he
this.
shall appear.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like when we were talking about this YouTube membership thing, I wasn't really sure how many of you guys would actually be interested in it. So seeing all these names sort of appear is, or start appearing here is a little validating. But it makes me feel a little better about what we're doing. Thank you so much to everybody who's already signed up for it. Promise we are doing everything we can to make sure that it is worth it to you guys. But at the end of the day, we just really appreciate everybody here supporting Death Battle how they have and watching the show, just sharing it around. That's what really, really matters to us. It's just that you guys are here at all, whether you are a first member, a YouTube member, or just, popping in here and there to check out the show. We just appreciate you being here. All right.
Just arguing with your friends.
Yes, speaking of arguing, we've put this off long enough. Let's get to the point of the show. The community death battle this week is Dr. Eggman versus Lord Bowser. He's a lord, right? That's his
Bowser?
thing? I don't know.
Lord Bowser.
Dark Lord.
You're getting
Bowser.
he was King
He was a
Koopa.
president when he
King
was played by
Koopa.
Dennis Hopper.
That's what it was.
That's
Was
true.
he a president in that movie?
Yeah, he was President Koopa.
Oh, President Koopa.
They also call
wow.
him a king.
Wow,
now
some
that I think
social
about it.
commentary there. Very
speaking of,
political.
Speaking of reference to that movie, April and I were talking about it last night because we've been rewatching Lost, mainly because we watched Yellow Jackets and it was really good, and then we wanted more of it, so we were just like, well, what if we rewatch Lost? So we're in season 4 where the character Daniel Faraday shows up, and he's played by the actor who played one of the Goomba henchmen in the Mario Bros movie.
One of the Goomba henchmen? Because the Goombas were
Or,
like
not the Goomba.
lizards.
Sorry, he was one of the
Iggy or
henchmen.
Spike.
Yeah,
Iggy and
yeah,
Spike.
yeah.
The dumb guys.
Holy hell, did that man age phenomenally? Like he in the Mario Bros movie, he looks kind of like a weird rat person, and then like now he's like just got this, I don't know,
And he
aged
like
in
probably
him well.
like has a master's in acting from like Columbia or something. Like he probably has this hugely storied career on the stage, but in movies he's the one of the Goombas in the Mario movie.
Yeah.
That movie, not to derail us any longer, but anytime this dumb movie comes up, I love talking about it. That movie was my introduction to Dennis Hopper, my introduction to Bob Hoskins, my introduction to John Leguizamo, basically, and I'm blanking on the actress's name, but she played Aunt Petunia in the Harry Potter movies. Like they're all in that movie. That was my first exposure to them. So anytime I see them in anything, regardless of how much better it is, which is like everything, I always think of their role in the Mario Brothers movie first.
Who does Aunt Petunia play? And
She plays the Mario Brothers movie.
She plays Fiona. No, Fiona Shaw is the name of the actor. That's who it is. She plays Lena, who like tries to usurp Bowser, and she gets electrocuted. I remember her biggest part in the movie was probably when she had the little meteorite piece and she tried to put it into the rock.
Yes.
And then she got electrocuted, turned into a skeleton on the wall. And Luigi, having just watched this horrendous death, first thing he says is, "Boy, she sure makes an impression." It's a magical movie.
And
Such
that's
a
like,
magical
the
movie.
is Dennis Hopper post Blue Velvet, which must have been a fucking trip for the parents bringing their kids to see it.
Okay.
Anyway.
So good news
This guy might not actually be the same actor. I'm like, sorry, you keep going. I'm gonna figure this out.
Good news is, Nick, Liam, who is going to be arguing for Bowser, has to only use that version. Dropping that rule in right now. It's only the movie version.
What?
No.
Oh my god!
No.
All
right,
What single cell organism did you evolve from? Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Lizard King. Thank you very much. That's actual dialogue from the movie. Single cell organism, Tyrannosaurus
the
Rex.
Lizard King.
You can just use Nick as your resource, Liam. He's got all the information in there.
I am encyclopedic when it comes to that movie.
Specific,
It's
not
not
just
the
that
same
movie.
actor.
I've never seen it
Who's
before.
not the same actor?
So everything you just
from
said,
Lost?
Chad, is a lie.
It's all a lie. I'm like, well, now I know the conversation. Well, that threw me for a loop. Different actor.
All right, let's get to it. We've got Bowser versus Eggman.
Always
Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to be arguing for Eggman. Liam is going to be arguing for Bowser. These two other people here are going to be the jury voting for who should win, as well as all of you watching this live. We do this show every Tuesday live at 3 p.m. Central Time. You can watch on Rooster Teeth or now YouTube if you're a member, which is awesome. And we will have a poll up in both chats for you guys to vote on. Because we're still kind of figuring out this YouTube thing, the chat is going to be as it normally is in the Rooster Teeth, or the poll is going to be as it normally is in the Rooster Teeth chat. In the YouTube one, it might be up a little bit later, but you'll still be able to vote in the YouTube chat as well. Okay, so let's get to this. Liam, do you want to start opening statements?
No.
Okay. Then I will get started.
No, I'll do it.
You said no. I'm going. All right,
Okay.
Eggman.
No.
Eggman. Fuck, I don't actually know what I'm going to say. All right, Eggman is going to win this pretty easily, I think. Bowser's got magic, sure, and he's got some minions, but at the end of the day, all you got to do is jump on him a little bit, and he's done. Eggman has tools and gadgets and machines that are able to fight essentially living gods, people powered by the Chaos Emeralds, people who can run the speed of light, people who can punch mountains into oblivion. That's who Eggman is dealing with on a regular basis. And he's constantly keeping up with them, despite him just being, well, theoretically a normal dude with just big brain, but he's actually pretty impressive in and of himself. And he's been able to survive all sorts of crazy shit, like time rewarping, black holes, getting apparently killed and dropped thousands of feet from the sky, from orbit even, and he's just fine. He's just always fine for some reason. Eggman is gonna crush Bowser, no problem. I was trying to make an egg pun there, and I was like, crush? I don't know.
There's a really easy egg
scramble
that I'm going to make.
Eggman's got this over easy.
There we go. There we go.
That wasn't mine, but that's a good one. It's gonna be like you can't break an omelet without cracking some eggs. Anyways, Bowser, King Koopa, conqueror of most of the known universe. Yes, that actually happens in Mario Galaxy. He is an unbelievably powerful being. He is essentially a demigod in the form of a giant turtle dragon. He is unbelievably strong. Despite his size, unbelievably fast, scaling to Mario and the other characters. He has a huge variety of magical abilities, which far outstrips the kind of technology that Eggman has. Ironically, Eggman is much more of a one-hit kind of wonder than Bowser is. While Eggman has fought against beings like Supersonic, he isn't really like competing with them. Once Sonic goes supersonic, he's usually just crushing the shit out of whatever Eggman has. Bowser is far more powerful, far more varied. He can regenerate his body. He can do basically almost anything. And you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, man.
Gross.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I nailed it. Just like Bowser's gonna be nailing Eggman.
You. Looking at the membership chat, Biffweed also mentions like this can turn into Jack Black versus Jim Carrey, which I think is very difficult to decide between.
Yeah. Oh shit. I would actually go for Jim Carrey, but I'm going Bowser on this one. So sorry, Jim Carrey.
Well, we haven't seen Jack Black's Bowser yet.
Yeah,
but it's Jack Black. It's gonna be amazing.
It's Jack Black.
That's the reason to watch that movie, right?
Yeah. The reason to watch that movie is to watch Bowser rip Eggman apart and eat him, which is probably not going to happen in that movie, but
not like
it's happening today on Death Battle Cast. He's gonna walk over to the Eggmobile or whatever the fuck the thing's called, pluck Eggman
I'm pretty
out
sure
of
it's
it,
the Eggmobile.
and
John Bradley in the chat says,
half.
how good are each of their armies? That's the question. Is it just one-on-one? Are we allowing them to like bring in their armies of things?
I always assumed it was going to be both of them plus their armies are there too. So if, like, for example, if Eggman wipes out Bowser's army, then it's Eggman and whatever's left of his army against Bowser. That's my assumption with this anyway. Is that how you kind of want to approach this?
I mean, Eggman isn't really anything without his tech and his robots. It's going to be very difficult for Eggman to just punch Bowser and win. But if he's got his Death Egg robot, yeah, he can punch Bowser. If he's got his army of Mecha Sonics, yeah, he can cut Bowser.
Like, yeah, what about Metal Sonic? Like,
yeah, not even like he's got multiple Metal Sonics, which is I think going to be one of the main weapons here, because Metal Sonic is of course able to keep up with Sonic and pretty much beat him on almost every one-on-one occasion, unless it's a race, which for some reason was what he keeps challenging him to. I guess Robotnik just really wants to like ensure that he's built the fastest thing, quote, quote, alive.
This episode of Death Battle Cast is sponsored by Blue Chew. Feeling confident can take you far in life, especially when it's time to step up to the plate. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but as a chewable tablet and at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. It's all done online, so no doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no going to the pharmacy. So, if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. And we've got a special deal for all of our Death Battle Cast viewers and listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code DBC at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code DBC to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And thanks, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the podcast. We appreciate it.
But Metal Sonic is generally much tougher than Sonic. But Metal Sonic isn't even his best Mecha Sonic. Mecha Sonic is his best Robot Sonic, because Mecha Sonic can access the power of the Chaos Emeralds. Somehow. Mecha Sonic can turn into Super Mecha Sonic, which has all the powers of the super, the super forms. Invulnerability, flight, presumably chaos control. I don't actually know.
Yeah,
if this
but like, doesn't Knuckles
this happened way before
him?
that came in?
I don't remember the boss fight in Sonic and Knuckles 3.
He runs out.
Like
it's a time limit thing.
Yeah.
So he's got to keep going back and forth between it. Yeah. But he's invulnerable when he's in Super Mega Sonic form.
Yeah.
And Eggman's a pro at finding these Chaos Emeralds. So like he's always just got them. So he can keep throwing Chaos Emeralds at Super Mega Sonic and have an invulnerable weapon. And of course, there's other Metal Sonics that are have similar powers as Sonic. Pseudo Sonic, for example. So yeah, it's going to be very difficult. I don't think Bowser has anything that can quite match the Robot Sonics in terms of just sheer potency of an individual minion. Maybe some of the Koopa Kids. Probably not.
King
I think
Boo
Bowser
can warp fucking reality. And
is King Boo part? Wait, is King Boo part of?
He can summon King Boo. He can summon King Boo. I believe in Super Mario RPG as one of his attacks. And King Boo,
even though he's
like,
another king and presumably would have his own kingdom,
right?
Look, Bowser might be an emperor in that sense, and King Boo is but a lowly king. And who knows? Maybe King is his first name. You don't know.
Yeah.
King Jeremy Boo.
Yeah, there it is. Meanwhile, we have God Emperor Bowser.
Yeah. And if you give Bowser something like a Chaos Emerald equivalent, like the Dreamy Stone, and he becomes Dreamy Bowser, then he becomes this fucking reality warping god too. So, or not two. I don't think the Chaos Emeralds or wielders of the Chaos Emerald can warp reality unless you're talking about Archie Sonic. But
what's the sexy crown?
The sexy crown?
Yeah.
God, what is that called? It's just the peach crown, not the peach crown.
The Bowsette one.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. What's going on? Bless you.
Oh, sorry.
You good up there?
That was crazy. That was such a violent sneeze. Oh my god. I felt
the super crown. It's called the super crown.
There it is.
It's just called I had to search Bowsette crown, and I got very lucky with my search results.
What does that do?
What does it even matter if
it's called the super crown? Super crown.
If Eggman throws his army against Bowser, Bowser can just turn them into rock. Brian, pull up the image I shared, please, if you could. This is actually from the very first Super Mario Brothers game. I don't know if you knew this, but those bricks that you crush in that game,
I knew this.
They're fucking toads. They're toads that were turned into brick by Bowser. Maybe the image will come up soon. I don't know if it will, but if it doesn't, you're gonna have to trust. You're gonna have to take my word for it. Bowser can
Brian's
just
looking on a different computer right now.
This is
that's
the
right,
plot.
that's right.
This is the plot of the original Mario Brothers: is that Bowser turns the civilians of the Mushroom Kingdom into bricks.
Yeah.
Which means Mario is murdering the civilians as he's saving them.
Yep.
But
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Boom. Zap. Zippity zap.
Was this like an English, like an American thing only, like an English or Western thing only? I don't remember.
I have no idea. But I do know that in the
Yeah.
Nintendo Power comic, he also has a staff that turns people into stone. And in the new Super
remember
Mario
that.
Brothers 2 game, the Koopa Clown car has headlights that flash and then will turn people into stone that way. So no
So
matter
here's my
what,
question: if
Petrification
this
is
is a standard power of his, why doesn't he just turn Mario into stone?
if anything is a standard power of anybody's, why don't they use it? That's a classic, like, villains don't always use the power that's most useful. And it is used against Mario in New Super Mario Brothers 2. So bing, bang, boom, there you go.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
New Super
It's-
Mario
it's-
Brothers 2. That's the one where you just like collect a bunch of gold coins, and that's kind of like the main.
It's part of
hook,
the
right?
the
I
Koopa
never
Clown
played that.
car. That's one of the ways that he has petrification is in the Koopa Clown car. Is it when its headlights flash, it turns whatever it's.
But what,
looking at
Mario
into
is
stone.
able to resist it?
I think you're able. I think you have to like hide or something. I don't remember the boss exactly, but I do remember seeing a clip of it at some point in my life, long ago.
Well, that kind of
Okay.
raises the question: Does Eggman or any of Eggman's more notable minions have the ability to like resist that kind of a thing? That's
Mhm.
that's usually
Or something
how these
like-
discussions kind of go. Character
something
one
like
has
dark
this,
matter.
Can character 2 resist?
Which Galaxy Bowser has, which you can manipulate, which will erase you from existence, just like.
Well, I mean, I question whether or not it even matters, because it feels like if he could just do this, it can't be a car's headlights that's turning all of the Mushroom Kingdom into bricks, unless he's literally driving around. He just went on a joyride
no,
through the Mushroom
It's,
Kingdom.
it's him doing it. It's him
It's his
doing
magic.
it in the
He's
original.
just shooting it
Yeah,
through the
but
lights.
if
just
that's the
magic.
case, then he could have just used it on Mario, and he doesn't. So I think it's more so related to the Mushroom Kingdom itself, because the one counter to the power is Peach, and Peach's magic for some reason directly counters this magic of Bowser's. So I think it's more so related to the area that they're in, and not necessarily some just power he can use on anybody. Because why doesn't he use it all the time then? Why
Well,
isn't this like a
I
thing
can-
that he uses in other
name
areas?
name a villain that has magical powers, and I can name an example of them not using a magical ability. when
Well,
it would
sure, but this
benefit
is like
them.
a one-shot thing that literally wipes out an entire country, like full of people.
He's doing it. It looks like he's in
and
the image. He's doing
Mario's
it
not
one by
included
one,
on it.
not.
So Bowser went along the Mushroom Kingdom and one by one froze everybody into
Do we
bricks.
need to
Hey,
bring
that's-
the
And nobody
Yeah,
did
yeah.
anything about it?
Yeah, why do you think he got the car? He didn't want to walk around. Like,
All right, well, if he's doing it one by one, then it's going to take a while for him to get all of Eggman's troops, and
Well, he doesn't need to. I'm
Eggman
just
has a
saying that,
lot of
like,
troops that are built around countering speed, like speed that is capable of outrunning a black hole speed. So
But as we know from Mario vs. Sonic 2, which we've done, Mario's reaction speeds can keep up with Sonic's. And because
Yeah,
Bowser fights
which is why Mario is
Bowser
able to
can.
just crush all of his all of Bowser's opponents, and maybe that is exactly why he can't freeze Mario, because Mario is fast enough to dodge and avoid this, which means a lot of Eggman's robots should be able to as well, because they're built around the same concept.
Because he doesn't use the attack in boss fights. Nope.
Maybe
all right,
he
y'all
tried
are really
before.
getting into the weeds on this
Point is-
brick changing power.
The point is, I don't think it's going to really matter, especially if it's one by one, because there are plenty of robots that are going to be able to just outmaneuver this power. Also, he's probably just going to lose his entire army instantly anyway, because Robotnik could just have the Death Egg obliterate the entire galaxy. So
Death Egg
There
can't
you
obliterate
go.
the galaxy. It can destroy a planet, which Bowser
it can destroy.
also
It
do.
can it can destroy clusters of stars. So
That's
in,
the final egg blaster. Not
yeah,
the-
which is
not
part
the-
of the Death Egg. It's the weapon on the Death Egg. That's what the Death Egg is built to do: is obliterate huge chunks of a galaxy.
Okay.
So apparently, so this thing is literally just floating up there, and it can
Mhm.
just blast the entire army to smithereens instantly.
Would that
Mhm.
also kill Eggman?
Yeah. Well, it
Eggman
also
can just
kill his
fly up-
entire. He
can just
kill
fly
his
away.
entire
No, he
army.
can just fly away.
Bowser can also
Pretty
survive.
like 99% of Eggman's army can fly into space.
That's true.
So just take him off into space and then blast, the army, the planet that that Eggman's army is on. What are the Koopas going to do?
Remember,
would it just turn him into dry Bowser?
Well, remember the Koopa army also has ships that can cross the universe in like instants. That's what they do, and that's what they spend all their time doing in Mario Galaxy. So if you want to argue that Eggman's army could escape the blast of the final, like whatever the fuck it's called, then Mario's army would be able to, or Bowser's army would be able to do it actually even better, because Eggman's army have never even gotten close to conquering the entire galaxy or have massively faster than light technology. So I don't think, if you're doing like a full on like army versus army thing, Bowser's army has the mobility advantage. It also has the numbers and the resources. And Bowser himself is more powerful than anything in Eggman's arsenal, especially with the power-ups that he gets, like the Grand Star or the Dreamy Stone, which can warp reality itself, let alone somebody like King Boo who can do the same thing. So I think no matter what, Bowser's going to have an edge in power and versatility and speed and coolness. And everything.
I have a question.
I could see Eggman having the intelligence advantage, though. Sorry, I just want to kind of
for sure.
He does, because Bowser's really dumb, but I think it's important to like distinguish the extent and limitation of those two things. Eggman is brilliant in terms of like creating technology, but he is like outmaneuvered and outsmarted by like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. Like in terms of grand strategy, Eggman also makes a lot of mistakes, kind of like Bowser does. Bowser has a lot of like cartoon dumb idiot moments, like that are made for laughs. But in terms of like success record, he's very successful in what he achieves until it comes to beating Mario. So I agree that Eggman is smarter, but not in a way that Bowser would not like stub his toe and kill himself or something.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on which version of Eggman you're going with, because if we're going with like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, he's on that Bowser level of stupidity, right? But like,
Eggman has conquered the world in multiple continuities, including the game continuity. That was, I mean, nobody played Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces.
Yeah, but
he does successfely defeat Sonic and conquer the world.
Doesn't Knuckles say "War is hell" at one point in that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It is a very dramatic game. I've never played through the whole thing because I don't know, why would I? And he does so because Eggman is constantly using his new discoveries, new technology that he finds to outsmart and outmaneuver the powers that his opponents have. Bowser's done this occasionally, but Eggman is constantly looking for new things, constantly looking for new ways to tip the scales, whether it's him discovering and weaponizing the Time Eater, who literally erases all of reality, building something like the Death Egg, building Emerald or Gemerald, however you pronounce it, robots that can just copy any ability that they see, even something like Chaos Control or Sonic Super Speed. He is able to build very quickly whatever he needs to counter whoever he's fighting.
I don't think he'd be able to build something like the Time Eater or something that could counter Bowser like in the middle of the fight, right? Like
he could get to the Time Eater if he needed to.
There.
Yeah. He could get to the Time Eater if he needed to. Like, the Time Eater is not something he controls per se, but if he felt like he was fucked and he needed something to really just wipe the floor clean, he could be like, all right, time to like cross dimensions and let's go get the Time Eater and throw him into this maze.
But remember, Bowser can also destroy the universe with the Dark Matter Generator in Mario Galaxy, either one or two or both, I forget. As well as having items like the Dream Stone, which I keep bringing it up, but same level of power as the Time Eater.
Let's talk.
I think Bowser can travel through time too.
Durability, because we're hearing a lot about the offensive stuff, and I gotta be honest, like my gut is gonna say that Bowser is far more durable than Eggman is, right? Like he's survived a black hole.
Well, yeah, that's why I haven't brought that up at all, because of course Bowser survived a black hole. Eggman is just some guy.
Thanks, Chad. That's why I wasn't talking about durability.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably like the craziest thing Eggman survived. I don't know. This is just what kind of came into my head. There are multiple times when you fight him in Earth's orbit, and he falls or is blasted away.
Yeah.
And he obviously survives.
Yeah.
How he survives, we never really know.
I mean, you could say
because that's all off screen.
He's in
like,
his pod, right? Or he's in his Eggmobile, right? So maybe it's like that shield
sometimes you destroy the pod and that goes crashing. Sometimes he gets
Yeah.
blasted away from whatever he was in.
Gotcha.
He's inside the Death Egg when it crashes, I think, in one occasion.
Sonic 2.
There are multiple times when he's fallen or been part of some big battle that has left him going careening away. It is possible he's just got a parachute hidden inside that blubber, but
that blubber.
but or he's just bouncing. He's just thinking of boy that he just bounces when he hits things.
Ben, the damn beaver's got you covered in the member chat. He said Eggman survived being sucked into that black hole at the end of Sonic Colors.
I would love.
He doesn't like it.
I would love to say
it.
that should be a feat, but technically the black hole was reversed by the little alien guys. So, sure, yeah, Bowser, he totally survived being sucked into a black hole at the end of Colors.
Even if you want to be as like generous as possible with Eggman's durability, remember Bowser can survive. Like he not only has durability, but he also has regeneration too. And he has a thing called like it's like an item from Super Mario RPG that makes him immune to status effects. But he can survive like having all of his flesh like burst off his body. He can survive.
Bowser.
Yeah, exactly. Or he can survive like being turned into like paper and cut into pieces and then reform. Like he has like cartoonish, Toon Forcey durability or regeneration as well. Like I think people forget that like a lot of Mario stuff is very Toon Forcey. It's not something that it's not a way that we've ever analyzed Mario. But it is there. It is there. I don't know if I was frozen for the last like 20 seconds, but I totally was. Okay, cool.
Hey, are you like, what's up with all these little cryptocurrencies and all this stuff going on in the world? Well, if you are, I got a place for you to go. Coinbase.com. Let me tell you, it's not just like a world-class crypto wallet and trade platform, all this stuff. It's just a good place to get educated because, well, crypto's it's a wild world right now. It's crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot to learn because, like any investment, you should definitely educate yourself on it. And Coinbase.com is a really, really good place to do that. They offer trusted and easy-to-use platform to buy, sell, and spend cryptocurrency. They support the most popular digital currencies on the market and make them accessible to everyone. They offer portfolio management and protection, learning resources, which once again I cannot stress the importance of, and a mobile app so you can trade securely and monitor your crypto all in one place. Millions of people in over 100 countries trust Coinbase with their digital assets. So yeah, for a limited time, new users can get $10 in free Bitcoin when you sign up today at coinbase.com/DBC. Sign up at coinbase.com/DBC for $10 in free Bitcoin. This offer is for a limited time only, so be sure to sign up today. That's Coinbase, coinbase.com/DBC. Go check it out. $10 free. What's the complaint about there, gang? Go look at it.
Isaiah also brings up in the chat. Sorry, you're still going. Keep going. Sorry.
Oh no. I was gonna say nothing.
Okay. Isaiah also brings up in the chat that like at the end of Sonic Generations, Eggman, both Eggmans are just stranded in the middle in a space between space and time.
Mm-hmm.
No tech. No. There's nothing there. It's just a big empty white space. Somehow they get back. They somehow survive that and make their way back to the actual existence. And also,
Bowser was stranded on an island with his son at the end of Super Mario
swim
Sunshine.
though.
Can he? Who can swim in Mario? Oh wait, no, people can swim in Mario. That's Sonic.
Everybody can swim in Mario.
Yeah, but he has a son and had to be a father. Eggman is probably maybe has never had sex.
Have you read fan fiction? He's definitely had sex.
Oh god!
I
don't want to picture it. Get it out of my brain.
Also, he doesn't need to. Because Eggman knows that sex doesn't necessarily make you cooler than anybody else. So he builds his own son.
Oh my god!
Bowser's a Chad. Bowser is the Giga Chad. He's had 8 children, canonically with Shigeru Miyamoto. I need to say, and that is canonical.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Shigeru
What?
Miyamoto.
Oh my God, yes.
Said it.
So-
Oh, yeah, he said he's their mother, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was for like the Mario's 25th anniversary or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It was like basically a series of Q&A videos with Shigeru Miyamoto. People were asking things like, was Super Mario Brothers 3 always a play on
Yeah.
stage? Because that was like a fan theory, and he confirmed that.
Yeah.
And there was something from that series of videos or just video where they asked if who the Koopa Kid's mother was or something like that. And if he does something like he just points to himself. It's clearly a joke, but like everything else was treated pretty
Sorry,
seriously. So like
confirmed as fact. And that means that Bowser has higher dimensional scaling because he was able to have sex with a real person. So
Jesus
we're
Christ.
talking about
Okay.
outer versal Bowser.
Are we
now.
getting into some weird like Toon World or Cool World? That was it. Cool World.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
Cool
deep
World's
cut.
really Cool World's really weird.
Well, Jack of all trades
Oh,
in the
man.
membership chat says that Liam, that was deconfirmed. You're wrong.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't fucking deconfirmed.
Okay.
Satoru Iwata gave a different answer, but that was before Shigeru Miyamoto's answer. Shigeru Miyamoto's answer deconfirmed what you think is a deconfirmation. As of now, that is the current
Well, wait,
canon.
aren't the Koopa
Oh, he's
kids
getting riled.
adopted? Are they adopted?
Huh?
They're not his actual children, right?
No, there is kids. Adopted?
I'm looking
From
this up. Hold-
where?
the-
I don't know.
Fucking
I mean, he
kids are
could have
I
kids.
said
saw
I
somebody in the chat mentioned that.
It's true.
I'm not actually mad.
The
I'm
kids
just-
are Koopa Lings.
It's the Koopa Ling.
Koopa, whatever. Are
Wait,
they the
what?
same thing?
The Koopa kids.
No, Koopa Kid, or I think there's more than one Koopa Kid. They
Well,
look
yeah,
straight
there's-
up just like Bowser.
there's
Then there's
Koopa
the Koopa
Kid.
Lings, for the ones from Mario Brothers 3
Is
that
Koopa
they've
Kid
used in more recent games.
is Koopa Kid just young Bowser, like baby Bowser, or are they different?
No,
'Cause I know
Baby
Koopa Kid is a
Bowser.
Mario Party
no,
character.
no. Koopa Kid. First game I remember him being in was like Mario Party
Yeah.
2 or something
Yeah.
like that. One of the Mario parties.
Mm.
That's Koopa Kid. I think there might be more than one Koopa Kid. I don't remember, but there's the Koopa Lings who are like Iggy, Spike,
Yeah.
Roy, Wendy, all those guys. Not Iggy and not Spike, but Iggy's there. Anyway,
All right.
I'm trying to look at the
The
history
chat
of
is
these characters.
the chat is
right
yelling
now to
at us to
figure out
say that
what they are.
Bowser Jr. is his only biological son. Every other kid is
Yeah,
adopted.
see?
Then who's
Told ya.
Koopa Kid? This
Koopa
so
Kid is
confusing.
Baby Bowser. Because he's called Baby Bowser in some of them.
Oh,
William,
and
William in
originally
the
known as
chat says
Baby
Koopa Kid
Bowser.
isn't young Bowser. He's just some guy.
No, there are multiple Koopa Kids.
It's just some anomaly.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
All right. So let's
never
let's
mind.
get back to it because we do need to wrap this up and move on to our middle segment. Okay. So
Bowser is-
obviously Eggman wins. He's got
Obviously
the
Bowser
tech.
wins.
He's got the brains. He's got the strats. He has conquered the world against. So Bowser
He's
has
just
to deal with
conquered the
Mario,
universe.
on Luigi on a daily basis. Okay, whatever. He's got a couple people he's got to deal with superpowers. Eggman has to deal with like a fucking universe full of
rodent.
these characters. If
A
there's
rodent.
anything the Sonic universe has made too much of, it is the number of superpower
I could
characters.
probably find a video of a hedgehog eating its own feces because
Why
it's
would-
a hedgehog. Okay,
What?
Mario and Luigi are fucking
plumbers.
professionals.
They are also eating feces all the time.
They are plumbers that are professionals, the working class. Rise up
Well, he's like, you're not gonna finish
against
this.
against the Eggman bourgeoisie.
No offense to plumbers anywhere. Okay. My point is he's dealing with a lot more incredibly powerful threats on a regular basis than Bowser is, which is going to lend itself to an army battle better. Bowser's usually relying on his army to just sort of overwhelm his opponents. Eggman has to rely on different aspects of his army. He builds his army with different people in mind, or different opponents in mind. Whether it's Shadow, the ultimate life form, Sonic, the embodiment of chaos, Tails, who's just as smart as him, which
I disagree. I think that like somebody like Dr. Wily builds his army to be like really flexible and have tons of different powers. Eggman's army are just like modeled after like animals, and they're just kind of in the way. Now, a lot of Bowser's army is also kind of just dudes in the way as well, but at least like he has like magical beings like Kamek that can turn shit into other shit, transmutate stuff, and huge battleships and warships that conquered the universe, and like demigods like King Boo. Eggman's army, I think, is actually like mostly pretty like low key, save for the Metal Sonics. But even then, like Bowser still has magic that can kind of take care of them, as do a lot of Bowser's minions. So I think overall,
guys,
I think you're well. I do want to counter that because I think you're kind of misrepping Eggman's army a bit because they're not just animals. One thing that Eggman does, so Bowser, you jump into any Mario game, Bowser's always got Koopas running around. He's always got Goombas. He's always got the same schmucks hanging out in his army.
The same schmucks.
The same schmucks. Eggman's army evolves over time. There is no Sonic game that uses the exact same group of enemies, I don't think. It's always changing depending on who he's fighting, what land he's conquering. There are different robots for different purposes. So I think he's got a much, much wider variety of troops at his disposal. And there is such a huge number of them. And unlike Eggman's, who in some games turn against him or are fucking cowards, all of Eggman's are programmed to obey him. And those that aren't, that do break that programming, are bloodthirsty monsters who are just going to kill Bowser anyway. So I don't think he's going to have anything to really counter the army.
I'm pulling up Bowser, a fucking blog on Bowser.
While you do that, maybe this will simplify it for you, Nick. Sebastian in the chat says Eggman equal egg, Bowser equal turtle, turtle eat egg.
Turtle also produce egg.
See, here's the thing.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I had 2 turtles growing up. Not once did they ever eat a goddamn egg. So you take that that alternative fact right back where you got it from, please.
Well, I mean, were you letting them run in the wild, or were you keeping them in a turtle cage inside your home?
We were keeping them in a tank with no eggs in it at any given
so
point.
So you
in time,
denied them the eggs that they so richly wanted.
Yes.
To prove your point. That's
yes.
Why is only the
so
Bowser army blog?
Just quick Google. Yes, turtles can eat eggs so long as they are fresh. Eggman's not a fresh egg. He's disgusting. all right, we got to move on. So we've got the chat open in the Rooster Teeth live stream. You can, if you're watching this on mobile, you can type #1 to vote for Bowser, #2 for Eggman. We're gonna get the vote up in the YouTube chat as well. I love seeing you guys. This has been amazing seeing you guys talking in both chats. This is so weird.
Speaking of which, Ben, somebody did put up a poll for Jim Carrey versus Jack Black, and Jack Black won.
Wow. Okay. So
I think I would have gone with Jim Carrey too, but then I watched that interview with him about his time when he was doing Man on the Moon, and he's an insane person.
The greatest fucking documentary ever,
dude. It is wild.
I think. And I could totally be wrong. He could just totally be fucking crazy. And I still, I wouldn't care. I think that Jim Carrey being the most difficult person to work with ever on Man on the Moon was him doing an Andy Kaufman bit.
It was.
I think
I mean,
I think because he was playing Andy Kaufman, he was like, I'm going to do an Andy Kaufman for the entirety of this shoot. And be comically like a monster to work with. It doesn't make it any better, but it does make it make more sense.
And everyone should watch the documentary, by the way. It's fucking
a great documentary,
awesome.
Yeah, I feel so bad for everyone that worked.
Yeah. I mean, actors be actors, right? They all have their own things. You know this, Liam.
If someone did
you know how this goes.
This one was next level, and then when Kaufman's former best friend gets in on it. We're way off topic, but it's very interesting. It was crazy.
All right. Go ahead and get your votes in. We will check that out in just a little bit. But right now, let's talk about what's going on. With the memberships. Okay, so we've gotten a few questions about the YouTube memberships. So we can go ahead and real quick kind of address some of those, make sure everybody's on the same page of what this is. Just long story short, the opening thing with the memberships is this is something we've been thinking about doing for a while now, to sort of give some of you guys a chance to maybe focus on just Death Battle, who really like Death Battle, want to support Death Battle individually. This is kind of built for you. But one of the biggest questions we got was, what's the difference between first memberships and YouTube memberships? Because on the surface, it sounds like they might be kind of similar, right, Chad?
Yeah. You want me to talk about it?
Go for it.
Cool. Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, the first membership still great. It's a great way to not only support us, but also the entire company. And with first membership, you get things that you can't get from a YouTube membership, which is you'll still get an ad-free experience, and also every video on the site, not just ours, but everybody's, a day early, as well as discounts on the Rooster Teeth store. So first membership is great if you want to see the show early, ad-free experience, and if you want to support more than just us. But the reality is, like, we saw a lot of people that are just like, I started watching the show on YouTube. YouTube is my place. I don't want to go anywhere else, but I would still like to support you. And so that's why we're like, well, how can we still add value there while also still keeping first membership valuable? And so, we talked through it and came up with the stuff that we can do for members. So it's a way to support us directly. You'll get some exclusive looks at like things that we're working on behind the scenes with the community tab and member posts. And then, added things like getting to watch on YouTube live. So hopefully we'll get some audience that may have never seen us live before and start participating in the chat, and we can say hi. Speaking of which, if you guys are in the chat and you've never watched us live before, I would love for you to let me know so that we can say hi. But yeah, so they both each have their value. So it's just kind of different things. And we just wanted to have multiple options so that you guys could choose to support us in the way that works best for you.
This episode of Death Battle Cast is sponsored by Codecademy. If you want to change your career, there's never been a better time to become a programmer. And with Codecademy, you can learn to code on your own terms. Over 50 million people already know that Codecademy is the best way to learn to code. And that's because Codecademy not only teaches you job-ready coding skills, but also helps you build unique projects for your own portfolio, earn certificates, and even prep for technical interviews. I've always found coding to be really intimidating looking, and this seems like such an easy way to just get started and start learning and do as you learn, because you can learn at your own pace and get qualified for in-demand jobs. You can choose what you want to learn, from building basic websites to artificial intelligence and everything else in between. And no matter what your experience level, you'll be writing real working code in minutes and get instant feedback on that code. Your code is tested as soon as you submit it, so you'll always know if you're on the right track. Again, this is an interactive platform that helps you learn by doing, and that's a rarity and a really cool thing. Join over 50 million people learning to code with Codecademy and see where coding can take you. Get 15% off your Codecademy Pro membership when you go to codecademy.com and use promo code CAST. That's promo code CAST at codecademy.com to get 15% off Codecademy Pro, the best way to learn to code. CODEADEMY.com, promo code CAST. Thanks for supporting us, Codecademy. Back to the show. Yes, and it's really neat seeing the badges next to the names.
I love it
in the YouTube chat right now.
Cool.
Those are going to be changing depending on how long you're members. We've got some really cool badges that Luis designed. It's awesome. I got some of those like exclusive emotes to see like the fist bump from Meatloaf Man right now, which is great. I love those. Those are great.
Yeah. Sebastian and John Bradley. This is the first time watching live. It looks like that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for becoming members.
Yeah,
thank you
so
for
much
joining us.
for joining.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here. Yes, the Mecha Goose one. I really like that one.
Oh yeah.
And we had to have the green emote.
Oh, I love the super cutesy boomstick. The like,
Is the void
happy with
emote
that
still
one,
there?
yeah, but he looks like he's like chibi-fied a little bit. I love it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so there are some differences between the two, obviously.
Oh, they're
first
spamming the damn
membership
boot.
is that's going to be a thing, isn't it? So first members obviously are still able to see Death Battle early. And a big thing when we were making this membership thing is that we did not want to take anything away from what everybody already has. So if you're a first member, you're still getting everything that you were getting before with the first membership for across all of Rooster Teeth. This doesn't affect that at all. If you weren't a member of it in any way, you're still going to be able to watch Death Battle the same way you always have. Same with DPX and DBcast, etc. We're not pulling anything back. We're not removing anything. Members are just going to be getting some extra stuff. Looks behind the scenes. We have like a sort of an exclusive live show planned where we kind of like are hopefully are going to be able to connect with you guys even more, because obviously like we love seeing you guys in Death Battle Cast, but we want something a little more heart to heart between us. I think that'd be great. So that's going to come down the line, and at the end of the day, one of the things I'm really excited about this membership thing is like we have a general plan of things we want to show you guys.
Yeah.
But we're also just I kind of want to just come up with things on the fly, right? And be like, hey, we're doing this thing behind the scenes. Let's share it with the members. Or we've got this in our heads. Let's share it with the members. And like,
Let's pay a group of guys to beat the shit out of Liam on camera.
yeah.
Well, you suggested it, so there you go.
So there we go. That's going to be our next thing. So it just feels like a good way to sort of like connect with you guys a little bit better. And I'm looking forward to how that sort of evolves over time, because this is going to be sort of an evolving thing, I think. Because while we have a lot of ideas and plans and already stuff that we've established when you join, we're also kind of figuring it out too. One of the big things is first members at the moment, and this is a big question that I saw, was like, if you're a Death Battle member, do you get to see Death Battles early? At the moment, no. Only first members get to see the Death Battle 24 hours early, as usual for the first members, right? That is something we want to do for YouTube memberships. It's just something that's not really available at the moment. That's just not how YouTube's tools work. So that's something we are looking into and will hopefully be able to add into the future. But at the moment, for complete clarity, you have to be a first member to see it early. So we'll see how that evolves in the future, though. But again, like if you're a first member, you're also getting a bunch of other Rooster Teeth content early, right? Like there's a whole slew of stuff beyond Death Battle that first membership gets. And that's because the first membership, you are directly supporting Rooster Teeth as a whole when you are a first member. For the Death Battle membership, this is the biggest difference. You are directly supporting the Death Battle team. That's us here, me, Chad, Liam, Nick. That's the other editors, animators, artists, storyboarders, researchers,
Liam,
everybody. Specifically Liam.
Liam gets his own category, apparently.
Join my Liam membership to support me, Liam.
The whole team is going to be benefiting from this. So you are supporting Death Battle directly in this way, and we can't thank you guys enough. I mean, you guys have been supporting us for so long just by being here. Again, like, we could not do this show without you all being here and maintaining this with us. So I don't know. It's always crazy to me just to see like the names come up and all these people that I recognize who have been here, like supporting us for years at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for me to put into words how humbled and like appreciative I am of that.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll write something. I'm a writer, not a speaker, right? But it's amazing to see you guys here.
Well, I got two words for you: thank and you.
Yep.
Boom.
I've said this a million times, but I will continue to say it forever. And that is that we would not have a job if you guys didn't watch our stuff. There are some content creators that get really into their stuff and they're like, oh, it's my art, so of course people must watch it. And it's because of what I did. Nope. Like we all put a lot of work into the show, but it wouldn't be successful if you guys didn't watch it, share it with people, have these fun debates, and champion the show. So thank you very, very much. We appreciate the support.
Love to all you.
Right. Let us know if you have any other questions. You can go ahead and ping us on YouTube or on Twitter or whatnot, and we'll do our best to answer things. But that's essentially the gist of it. And we'll see how this membership thing goes and what else we're able to do with you guys in the future. Again, I just see this sort of evolving as it goes and getting bigger and bigger and better as the years go on. So it's going to be exciting. All right, but we need to get to the results of the community death battle. Let's do it. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and bring
I'm
up
sorry, I didn't see you there again.
Oh,
my
I'm gonna have. Hey Liam, you want to screw around right now? Because I was pretty close to voting for you, but that right there, I'll tell you what, that pushed the needle significantly back.
The polls are currently still up. You can vote for Bowser or Eggman right now on either the YouTube chat or the first chat or the Rooster Teeth chat, and I think that's a pretty good reason to switch your vote to Eggman.
It's a pretty solid one.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring up the previous. We've got a lot of votes coming in at this point. So let's go ahead and bring up the YouTube chat from the community tab. We will get the answers from that. That's what we're on right now. We got some answers from you guys.
Whoa.
All right, this one from Gelatin Man, who I saw in our chat earlier today. Bowser is insanely strong, able to destroy a mech made out of his castle, and tough enough to survive cannonballing in a black hole. I gotta give it to the Koopa King.
This will be a shell of a battle that might make us start cracking up, but Bowser will leave Eggman scrambling for his life. Oh, hell yeah, multiple puns.
See, those are the puns I was looking for at the beginning of the show. There we go.
Wubba lubba dub.
Good answer. But
That
I'm
was
sure we
very
have
good.
an answer for Eggman as well. Let's go ahead and bring that one up.
And this one comes from Franklin Brown. Some of y'all are really underestimating how strong Eggman's machines are. He has the Time Eater, Egg Wizard, Egg Salamander, Death Egg Robot, Sonic Forces, the robots from Sonic Mania, the Phantom Ruby, Chaos Emeralds, etc. It's not going to be a walk in the park for Bowser at all. Okay.
Was the Egg Salamander the one at the end of Sonic Adventure 1? At the end of the Sonic route?
I think Egg Salamander's from the Rush games.
Oh, okay. I love the music at the end of whatever boss that is. The bum bum bum.
Yeah, I think that's like Egg Dragon or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, but that one's great. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up the first vote, which will be from the previous poll from the YouTube community tab. See what you guys had to say there. Bowser
crushed it.
75% to 25%.
3-1.
All right. So Bowser gets the first vote. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the votes from the judges here. I think you guys are going to vote for me. I hope you guys are going to vote for me. Chad, are you going to vote for me?
For Eggman.
Oh, God, I'm so tempted to vote for you, Ben, because that Liam doing the damn didn't see you there.
I was very much appreciated. Chad,
I know you would. I know,
right,
but I, in my heart of heart, I know that it would be Bowser, so I have to go with
What
Bowser.
if I buy you lunch?
Okay, now.
What if I buy you lunch
Now we're
and
talking.
dinner?
Oh, all right. I like this. I didn't know our votes were for sale. Hell yeah, let's treat this like American politics. Let's go.
All right, you're voting for Bowser?
Yeah, which of you would like to invest in my campaign?
All right, we got two for Bowser. Nick, who are you voting for?
Does it even matter?
Yes.
Jesus.
Okay, so
Am I like the chat might
is
know
such
for
a-
Eggman? You could set up a tie.
I could. Okay, so that's kind of tempting. I like the high stakes, but no, really, this is like a really hard thing for me to think about without properly going to like full death battle research mode. Because in my mind, you've got Eggman with, I think, the superior army most likely. But then when it comes to Bowser and Eggman themselves, that's when the whole thing is kind of flipped. So if it's who's left standing between Bowser and Eggman, I think I'm leaning toward Bowser. But if it's just whoever has somebody left from either side, that's where the question gets a bit more interesting for me. In my gut feeling, and I'm not just trying to side with the popular people here, I'm thinking Bowser, right? It's I could see it either way, but that's kind of where my vote is going right now.
God, Ben didn't even get a pity vote out of Nick.
It's gonna be a clean
I love
sweep.
you, Ben. I love you, but
Is this gonna be a clean sweep? This is gonna be sad if it's a clean sweep. I'm gonna
We'll
be sad.
see.
All right, chat. Are you guys got my back, right? You guys got my back. I mean, we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the Rooster Teeth poll and go ahead and bring those results up. And then we're going to see how that matches up with the YouTube poll as well. All right, fourth and final vote.
oh my god, it's even worse.
That hurts. That's 81% Bowser.
Oh, man.
Oh, and looking at the YouTube poll, it's also Bowser, 77% Bowser.
Yeah,
so,
dude. Is this the biggest discrepancy we've had? Like, is that the biggest
that
gap?
hurts.
Especially
I never would have
post
guessed for
argument,
this
'cause
one,
it usually
too. Like-
usually gets closer during the argumentation period, right? It got wider.
Yeah, it got way
usually
wider.
it gets tighter. Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, third degree in the chat is just chanting clean sweep, clean sweep.
Is this Liam's
Maybe someone needs to buy
clean sweep?
Ben lunch. Make
Why
him
did I
feel
refer
better.
to myself in the third person right there? Is this my first clean sweep?
Well, all right. Well, this is our first live stream for our YouTube audience, and I already feel really bad.
One for the
You guys
books.
are already turning on me. No. That was great. Okay, so interesting. I was honestly expecting this to be a much tighter vote
Me too.
between Bowser and Eggman. Because I've seen this requested for a death battle a lot, but
I think it'd be a great one to do. Actually, I think. It'd be
yeah, I still think
Absolutely.
there's a lot of interesting things to potentially dig into, and there might be some things we missed.
Yeah.
Let's
I
be
know
frank.
there is.
There are definitely things that we missed
million things,
for these characters. But I appreciate everybody voting on both in the Rooster Teeth and the YouTube membership chat. It's great to see you guys. This is amazing. Oh my God. Thank you so much to everybody who's
absolutely,
who's jumped into our first YouTube live stream. Because again, like, I'll be honest, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect. I literally at the beginning, right before we went live, I was like, oh, what if nobody comes? What if nobody shows up? So I'm very happy to see you guys.
My birthday party when I was turning 16.
Oh. Well, on that bummer of a note.
Okay, it's like, God.
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for supporting us over the years and for the future. This is amazing to see you guys. As always, be kind to others, be kind to yourself, be awesome. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Thanks.
See you guys.